Welcome to episode 1 of the 5-minute interview, and today I've got the lovely Joe Perkins from his Analog Gear Reviews along. A great fella with a great positive attitude and some really valuable insights into some vintage gear. So welcome, Joe.
Hello, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Yeah, I've been following your channel for a bit, and it's always a real treasure trove of information. So I go back and I look at the things again and again. I think a lot of YouTubers, they have a good presentation, but they don't have much meat in the sandwich, and you have some really interesting ideas. I really like it.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of designed to be a sort of encyclopedia type thing, so you can go back and watch the videos again and again, and hopefully the information that's there is it's there permanently once it's on YouTube, isn't it? So you can go back and sort of, if you forget something, you can go back and watch it, and if you agree with the things I say, then great. If not, everyone's allowed their opinion, and people are usually quite keen to voice that in the comment sections, which is always quite fun to read.
Yeah, it does come alight. Yeah. So, I mean, in your musical life, was it guitar that you played first of all then, or?
I started out playing piano actually when I was about 5 years old. I started on piano.
Okay.
I never really enjoyed it, to be honest. And then when I was 13, I discovered the guitar, quit the piano, and I've just never looked back since. So yes, I've played guitar since I was about 13 years old, and I'm 31 now, really, so a good number of years.
Yeah, it's really interesting because one of the other things I was going to ask you is your timing is very precise on guitar, almost like a metronome, and this would be from the piano training, of course. Yeah,
possibly, and it's also because I've always been much more of a rhythm guitarist than a lead guitarist. I think there was a time in my life when I was kind of hoping I could be the next Steve Vai or something, and then realised I had no talent for that whatsoever. So I quickly realised I preferred listening to rhythm players. So listening to AC/DC, I'd be listening to Malcolm. Listening to Status Quo, I'd be listening to Rick Parfitt, and I was always kind of like into the rhythm playing more than the lead, really. So yeah, I've tried to get my timing pretty tight over the years, and hopefully it's worked.
Yeah. Really good, yeah, because I listened to your album. I Live on the Outside.
Yeah, a few years ago.
And this was all recorded in single takes.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was.
It's fantastic.
Trying to do it old school without doing any edits. So it was, you start the song, you hit the red button, and you play till the end, and play to the end of the part at least, without doing any edits. So it wasn't always about getting the perfect take. It was more about getting the take that felt the best and kind of sat in the song the best. That was kind of the idea behind that. Just not doing any edits.
They sound perfect to me. It's very precise. Yeah, very good. And so, did you have heroes who were guitar players when you were playing piano as a kid? Or, yeah.
Sorry.
Did you have heroes who were guitar players when you were taking up piano before you got guitar?
Not so much. I was never into sort of classical music really, so I was always more interested in playing kind of pop songs on the piano. But then I would always enjoy the guitar solos. And then when I was about 13, I started to get into rock music a lot more. So it seemed pretty logical to start playing guitar rather than piano at that point. So I moved over to playing guitar, and that's when I just absorb myself in rock music and other music too. I love all genres of music pretty much, but rock playing and rock rhythm playing especially was kind of where I really grew up and brought myself up musically, playing rhythm guitar on in rock bands and things.
So you were in bands? That's where you got your chops from? You were doing a rock band in your area, or?
I've been in bands over the years. I've done a fair few bits of sort of band playing over the years, but for the last 6 or 7 years maybe, I've just done stuff on my own. So I work when I'm doing an album. I work remotely with like session drummers and things like that. But most of the sort of guitar or all the guitar playing pretty much is all me, and doing the instrumental stuff. That's primarily because I'm just a woeful singer. I can't sing whatsoever. So the guitar, the instrumental stuff kind of suits me without going down the route of having to hire a singer or try singing myself, because nobody wants to hear that, I promise you.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I didn't know whether you were intentionally doing the instrumental approach, which I think is really good. I didn't know whether you were... there's sort of elements of like Mike Oldfield, I feel, in your playing and stuff like that,
Mike's one of my biggest heroes, for sure. Mike is.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. It shows. That's good.
That's good to know.
So, we've got to keep it short, so we probably used nearly the 5 minutes there. But to wrap up, I've got a time machine in the back of my truck, and you can borrow it and go back in time and grab a piece of gear from history. So, what analog piece of gear or equipment will you go back and get?
Oh, it's such a tough one, especially being a left-handed guitarist, because all those old classic guitars I can't really ever aspire to own because they're all back to front for me. So left-handed guitars are pretty rare. I think I would probably go back and grab one of the really earliest tape delays. I think I would get like one of the early sort of like EP2 Echoplexes or something. That would be lovely to go back with. Something like that, like one of the really pristine earlies.
Yeah, the old tape version, yeah?
Yeah, I've never played the tape delay, to my eternal shame. I've never played the tape delay, so I need to change that at some point soon, I think.
I didn't have one, but a drummer in a band I was in had one. And I would spend all of the time at practice just playing with this machine of his. It was fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. They're magic units, and whenever I hear one, they're just absolutely incredible. But I've never got to play one, so just to try out an old like EP2 or EP3 or something would be that's what I would go back in my time machine and grab, I think.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll send you the keys later, and you can go and grab it. Yeah?
I'll see if I can fire it up. As long as the time machine's analog, that's fine.
All right then. Well, thanks very much, Joe, for joining us on this new experiment of mine, all the way from is it Bristol in the UK?
Yeah, Bristol. I'm not actually at home at the moment, but yes, Bristol's where I live. So all the videos are shot in Bristol.
Greetings from good old Germany, anyway.
Of course, yeah. My German's pretty bad, apart from what I can sort of scrape together from Rammstein lyrics over the years. So that's about the extent of my German, I think.
All right then. Nice to see you, mate, and I look forward to
you too, mate.
Your next instalment on your videos.
Good to chat.
Take care, man.
See you soon.
Bye.